What's up, guys? Welcome back to the WildCard episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Of season 2. My name is Nyash, of course, representing the millions, and I mean millions of Arsenal fans in the house or in 244. I'm flanked by
Venant, mse.
Yes, and
of course, it's
Leona
Brian.
represents Spain.
Oh, Spain.
Yeah, we won.
Spain,
the females won the World Cup,
Yeah.
and you have to represent. Shout out,
Yeah.
to them for beating the Lioness, actually, which was highly. It's like so many people did not expect to see that, but that's what to represent.
Safe to say it's never coming home.
Kuna wengine hapa.
And of course,
Oh, go on, man. Brian here, representing 13-time Premier League title winners Man United. Of course, not too much to be happy about after what happened over the weekend, but we move. I mean, I was happy that England lost the World Cup final. I mean,
Happy.
me, by the way, anything to do with success and England should never be in the same sentence.
Yeah.
So for me, I was happy Spain won. I was really happy.
Cold.
Why do you say that?
I've never supported any English side. You see, when Rashford is playing for United, he's the GOAT. He's the player. But when he wears that England shirt, I want him to lose.
He's a cub.
Yeah.
He's
Me,
not a lion.
nakwanga na agenda. Like, I'd rather France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Brazil. Any team but England should win international tournament.
Can I say something about the World Cup?
Yeah.
Over 1.7 million tickets were sold, and this is a significant increase in just the viewership when you compare this to the other World Cup. So Madam Sai, they are gaining recognition and the attention that they need, and I'm glad that so many people now are encouraging Madam kucheza futana nini, because normally it's usually shunned about.
Yeah.
They are talking about sometimes Stadiki on Waseka 200 people. Now you go from that to sold out tickets.
Yeah.
See, that's amazing. Also have to shout out to Nigeria and South Africa.
Yeah.
Among other African teams.
Morocco.
When you prosper. And it's time now, as sisi kama wa Africa, we start to, playing better and becoming better players. And also for us government bodies to pay attention to teams.
Women football.
Yeah.
I mean, big up for that. I mean, like the final, I think had 76,000 people in the stadium, for the final, so that was interesting. Also, women-wise, Malkia strikers for Kenya, they are doing also very nicely, doing beats. I think they were Metoka Piga Rwanda over last week or the weekend 4-0. So they're doing all right. But there's one issue, Juka Umecheki, of when Spain was celebrating. And, this,
Royalty.
FKF president was Spain. Decided to go a bit extra. And celebrate with Hermoso with a kiss.
Hey.
Yes.
And Hermoso comes out and says she doesn't like it.
Oh boy. Imagine giving someone a kiss that don't like it. How did you view that? Because that was controversial as fuck.
Before the World Cup ianze, kulikuanga na behind the scenes mob na
Spain.
the Spain team,
Yeah.
Puteas being on the bench, yeah.
Hata before the World Cup, kulikuanga tu na madramas and stuff. And then now tumewin World Cup and now you want to show up and all at yours sijui ati tulikuwa tangu day one.
Yeah.
Me I'd be like, F that, Yeah. Hata Trump here played some pettiness on his side, especially when US were knocked out. Ali shoot back at Rapino. Rapino will win World Cup. The other time they were like atwendi huko. Now him was like shoot back,
Yeah, you lost.
So,
so interesting. Of course, the Women's World Cup ended, and like he said, Spain won it. They beat England, and Sweden finished third. The fourth time they're finishing third in the World Cup. That's that. Let's get to the juicy part of this show, which is the match day 2 action that was happening. Where do we start? Do we start with? Let's start with. Nani walikuwa cheza Saturday?
Dude, like, come on, man.
Let's just start with a point. Come on. Manchester United
were up against Spurs at, what's the name? Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
Yeah.
They need to get a better name by the way. Jina Ileti. But 2-0 win for Spurs. Brayo, kwani kuliendaje?
A lot to say. I think that's why I'm even wearing last season's kit to reminisce of the good moments of winning the Carabao Cup and finish third. Although this season's kits are fire. Next week nitavaa yangu because nimekuwa nikiitumia for other posts but nitakuja nayo.
Okay.
I have a lot to say about United.
Let's go.
Because first of all, I'm tired of this excuse of, last season we started well and finished third and won a trophy. Come on, dog. The way you start a season, it sets the tempo for the whole season, bana. Kuna hiyo sai kinyadi lazima mpe fans. watching in pre-season, Sancho started at false 9. So apparently Sancho is no longer good enough to start games.
Maybe that experiment did.
I don't know. It worked perfectly against us, no?
As far as Ten Hag is
What happened?
I asked that question.
Exactly.
I was asking the question, like, what's up with Sancho not getting game time? Because Antony right now, from the way I see it, his game is quite predictable. You'll run fast, you'll dribble, and then you'll switch your leg to the left, and then utapiga. Like we all know.
They lose the ball.
Yeah, and Sancho, I think, plays about fit, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sancho can hold up the ball. Sancho will not lose the ball as quickly as Antony.
Yeah.
Bro, Sancho can beat a man. Antony, fidget spinner, as you called him last season. Bro, talent ID yake iko down bad. There is no way you can be attempting the same finesse color every game. Adi FIFA ukifinesse kila time ingiangi.
Yeah.
So when in nani, you will not defy the laws of physics and how the ball will move.
Yeah.
Antony has to be benched. Otherwise, this is a hot take. I think Antony will end up being like Maguire. I'm not saying they're similar type players.
Another expensive signing going to West.
Another expensive signing that Ole kept playing.
Yeah.
And we all knew Maguire was down bad. Antony pia yeye. If Ten Hag continues playing his man. Atati. And I've said it time and time again. Ten Hag, as much as you've been given Casemiro and Mount, we also have to look at your talent ID because Antony is a former player of yours. Onana is a former player of yours. Let's look at Amrabat, who've been linked with. You coached him at Utrecht before you got the Ajax job. And now there are links with Gravenberch, who you coached at Ajax before you went to Bayern. Come on, man. You can't be leaning on your former players.
Maybe just want someone he has worked with before and worked with well.
So, if you're working with them before, how come there is still no clear playing style? Because you can't tell me you've been here for a year and then you've had a full preseason and then you've had a week after that Wolves performance. Bro, you had a whole week. Bro, Man City had a game in midweek and they still outshined Newcastle. How the hell can you have a whole week? Listen to me.
Cook. Let him cook. Bigger.
Bro, ikitu nyamju vile ni heartbreaking. Let me say something. If Ten Hag does not change and stop being stubborn, United fans will end up falling out of love the way at some point Arsenal fans were with their squad. I remember there was some toxicity, especially in their away games. Ilibidi Arteta ametuliza hiyo moto. And Ten Hag does not look like he's about to do it. He doesn't. Okay. He doesn't, bro. Don't tell me not to move my hands. I'm frustrated.
But I have to be honest and say I like Man United's consistency. They started off bad last season. They are starting off bad this season.
But we are consistently inconsistent, Buddha. Because I've asked guys, you have a Desabi came in last season, mid-season.
Yes.
Probably in November or December when Potter went to Chelsea. Now Desabi has had a full preseason with his squad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Brighton will finish above United, but Desabi has had a full preseason. He's lost McAllister and Caicedo. Brighton have a playing style, bro.
Yeah.
What's United's playing style?
And me, I'm saying Brighton will finish above United.
God damn.
What's United's playing
style? They're finishing. They're a better system. They're a better team. They are better in business too. You see, like the acquisitions and they're selling strategies. They're working. They're selling their best players and they're still winning.
Yeah.
We are at a point where, as United fans, we are desperate for Haaland to start. This is a 20-year-old kid who we were saying, msimweke pressure mob. He can give us a good 10 plus years. But now we are desperate for him to start because we don't have the goals. Man United have scored 1 goal in 2 games.
Yeah.
1 goal in 2 games.
Which was, okay, well, it was a clean.
And then now, after the game, Bruno Fernandes talks about the penalty. Fair. We've seen VAR do bullshit in terms of making decisions, blah, blah, blah. Surely that cannot be your take of the game. I want John Moss and Michael Oliver to come and apologize to us the way they apologize to Wolves. Bro, no. Adilewa Asbuini Mona statement at United are unhappy with Michael Oliver's decision not to go to the dressing room and do what. Yeah. Bro, are you mad? How about you be unhappy with the performance that them 11 man couldn't?
Look, I know if you are left alone, you can, actually go on and on and on because he's pissed off.
Table,
but man. I'm just amazed by Ten Hag sticking to the same midfield combination that failed to work at Wolves.
He said the midfield performed well, and if they just didn't leave the spaces, they'd be okay.
Or after Spurs?
Yeah, after the post.
It's crazy. What do you think about that midfield? Because we saw it against Wolves. They ran that midfield rugged. Vibaya Sana. They did the same against Spurs. They were not that convincing. And Ten Hag is still sticking to his guns, and it's still not working. Mount. I don't know what he's supposed to do. Is he supposed to be a box to box? Is he supposed to be an attacking mid? What is he supposed to do? What do you think about that midfield and the way it's not working, but still sticking to his guns? United
still need to buy 2 more midfielders. Honestly, your best midfielder at the moment is this Real Madrid guy, Casemiro.
Real Madrid.
Casemiro. But if Casemiro is not supplementing in terms of Villanacheza, then Midianu Tunikaila last season where you guys were just losing the ball. Because I said this even on the previous season. Your problem is the midfield. If you guys don't, and I said it out on the last show, Spurs have a better midfield than you guys, and it was clearly shown.
Bissouma looks
they
like
have
a new
not only don't they have options, you guys made Bissouma and Maddison look like Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah. Hey, Mada was killing it. He had a very good game.
So you guys midfield nobody Konyuma, or maybe you guys adapt to Ten Hag's style of play.
No, 1 year in Venant. 1 year and a full preseason and a whole week after the Wolves performance.
should be doing it.
Playing style has to be clearly seen. Yeah. We saw when Arteta took over at Arsenal, he was very defensive and unleashed Aubameyang and Saka on guys.
Yeah.
Playing style eventually he may improve. We've seen what De Zerbi has done with Brighton. Even Eddie Howe, an English manager, has a playing style at Newcastle. Bukayo Saka was a left back before he became a right wing at Arsenal. What's this bullshit about, Rashford cannot play number 9?
But it was terrible.
Come on, dog.
But then, Brian, let me ask. You guys are playing Nottingham Forest next week. Of course, for FPL managers, I highly encourage you guys to get Rashford. What do you think you guys will be able to adapt to fix issue denye mmekuwa nayo this week before that game?
You said the script is written.
The script is written. We're going to beat Forest, maybe 2-0 or maybe 2-1 or 3-1. And then you just know we'll go to the Emirates, get clattered because we don't have a fucking playing style.
Yes.
International break comes. That's 2 weeks now. 2 weeks
of good
international
content.
Break comes in. Yeah. And then after the international break, we host Brighton. Well, it's not like we don't know what De Zerbi can do.
My
so
God.
you can already see it.
Yeah.
It's looking bleak. I'm not saying that this is exactly what will happen, but the signs are there.
The signs are
there. It sounds like uko convinced, not convinced, it's like you believe maybe Nani will be fired this season.
Ten Hag, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues like this. I mean, it's the clear cycle. Man United, finish 4th, don't back a manager, sack the manager, finish 6th, go get a marquee signing, short sales, finish 4th, don't back the manager, sack the manager, daddy. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. Me, my only issue is still the playing style. How has De Zerbi overtaken you in making Brighton have a playing style? How the hell do Nottingham Forest have a playing style before you do?
The only issue I have with Man United though is, first of all, their midfield is not working. Well, and Ten Hag is still sticking to it. I don't like that. I've seen it 2 games here. It's not working. Second, they have been after Amrabat for weeks now. It's the only team that is interested in Amrabat.
Amrabat ndo pekee hatuwezi gongwa because it's about 25 to 30 million pekee. Hiyo si kugongwa.
It's the only club that is interested in Amrabat, but Bado they are not sealing the deal and they can see how badly they need another midfielder. Still not working. Makes me question though, apart from that, their mentality away from home. Because last season you were terrible away from home.
Terrible, shambolic, appalling, shocking, abysmal. All them are
I don't even think like the guys you've brought on board now can help you in terms of strengthening your mentality. Do you feel like you're bringing guys on board who have a stronger mentality, especially when you're away from home? Maybe you consider going still rise up.
And also kuongezea hiyo, which players would you want to be loaned out or sold?
In terms of the mentality monsters, I expect 3 outstanding mentality monsters. Varane and Casemiro. Casemiro 5-time Champions League winner with Madrid. Varane World Cup winner and 4-time Champions League winner in Madrid. Onana, you just took Inter Milan to the Champions League final. And anybody who knows ball knows Onana in the knockout stages was clutch for Inter Milan. So those 3 are the standout mentality monsters I expect in the team. The Butcher will bring that aggression and whatnot in the grit and the fight, sour. But Rashford, if ball is...
Do you need one when in the attacking front?
Who though? Who though?
You should have a strong.
We should have one because
for.
Sancho doesn't look like a mentality monster. Pelistri is very active going in. Garnacho clearly isn't a starter for me. He's an impact player from the bench.
Yeah.
So we need one mentality monster up front. That's why I was campaigning for Harry Kane. But anyway, what do I know?
So what about?
So you loaning out? Who is there?
Which players would you want to see out, like for them to just leave Manchester United?
Leave.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be midfielders.
Okay, you know,
just
besides Maguire, of course.
Like if Antony doesn't leave, then maybe to pay sport reserves. Because me, I'm sick of seeing him. I'm already sick of it. Antony nayo nimeanza campaign. Itakuwa kaya Maguire. I'm sick of seeing Antony on the pitch.
Yeah.
He'll give us that one left foot color, but yeah, I'm sick of it. Pelistri deserves game time. Amad Diallo also deserves game time, so them two shouldn't go. Sancho, if this false 9 role doesn't work, then at the end of the season he has to leave. Martial nimekuwa nikisema I always love French players apart from Martial. Mandem, enda Saudi Arabia utafute do.
Ama Sheffield.
Enda Saudi Arabia. Ama Sheffield United. Enda. Leave.
Ama Wolves.
In terms of the midfield, of course, Fred has already left, so McTominay is the only one left to leave. That is only if we sign Amrabat. And then in terms of defense, Nimono kumekuwa na rumors za Varane to Al Ittihad. I don't know how concrete they are.
Yes.
I don't know how concrete they are. But there are rumors of Varane to Al Ittihad. Hopefully that doesn't happen because we do not have a 4th centre back in that team.
Yeah.
You have Varane, you have Martinez, you have Lindelof who can play as the substitute role, so someone like a Todibo would have been nice to have partner Lindelof in the substitute games. Malacia also, you clearly haven't proven that you're competition enough for Luke Shaw, so piss off. Looking at Wan-Bissaka and Dalot, watch how endele kungangana.
All right. So that's Man United in a nutshell. Of course, they had a fantastic weekend where they got clapped. Also,
I have a question for the fans.
Yeah.
There's a comparison going on between Rodri and Casemiro. Who's a better midfielder? So in the comment section, please
tell us what you think.
Yeah.
I don't want to start that conversation. Anyway, besides that, another team that was making our weekend was playing on Sunday, conceding and losing expensive penalties. And that is Chelsea. They had a stinker against 10-man West Ham. But first of all, tell me how you liked Caicedo's debut for Chelsea, because it was a fantastic watch.
Only one is Moises Caicedo.
Only one is Caicedo. And they got him. How did you like that debut?
Coming in under pressure, man, say that was not the point for, like, you guys just signed him literally the other week.
Yeah,
on the same week. You can't just boom, and then under pressure. You see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Also, number 2, at the time of that penalty, they had already lost that game.
They were 2-1
to
down.
Agree. They had already, no, hata in terms of hata vile game ilikuwa inacheza. Your game here ilikuwa isha.
Yeah, they didn't look like they were going to break down. They didn't look like they were going to break down.
Yeah, like that game was already done by the time before your penalty. So when he gave out that penalty, it was like, we signed you to rush you in to now.
Yeah,
you know.
But it's not rushing in. Okay, maybe he's playing in a new team, but it's the same league. He has played in this league for, is it 2 seasons now? This is the 3rd now, if I'm not wrong. So I don't feel like he was rushed in. Maybe you would say he was rushed in because maybe he has not played with Chelsea for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Guys.
Yeah.
But dominating that midfield area, you're not going to for fun at Brighton.
But under that penalty incident aside, West Ham he was like a sieve. When you look at vile alikuwa kwa game, West Ham was just going through him.
He lost the ball so many times.
You know, Fornals ameingia is playing better than you. How?
Yeah, crazy.
How?
And then, of course, before that, there was the expensive penalty that they lost.
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo.
Juzi nimesema, I'm sorry, I was not familiar with your game. Sasa, you come up with a sticker again. Enzo Fernandez.
Come on.
Yeah, dude has enjoyed. Is it 3 wins now? But Chelsea since inside. That's horrible.
Might as well retire from club football. Angoje World Cup arudi Argentina. Anyway, Chelsea, I'm seeing there's this lack of decisiveness in the final third. I'm not saying Nicholas Jackson ako chini, but hey,
they need a striker.
You see, my question for Chelsea is why throw all that money to Caicedo and someone like Enzo Fernandez when there's Ward-Prowse? I mean, it hasn't taken Ward-Prowse too long. 2 assists in the back.
Boom.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying Mitrovic is the best of the best, but why not get Mitrovic? At least James and Chilwell are good crossers of the ball.
Yeah.
Mitrovic would be feasting on their crosses. Why not get someone like him? But what do I know?
Mitrovic alienda Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, alienda Saudi Arabia. Could have tried to get him, man.
Yeah,
you know,
Chelsea,
they're good negotiators. They always get their man. So for them, it's all out. Now the pressure is on Pochettino.
Absolutely.
You have no European football. There's no you should be losing to. I know it's a derby. Derbies could go either way, but come on.
10-1
like
West Ham. 10-1.
Yeah, 10-man West Ham. That's also another thing.
That's horrible.
10-man West Ham. Sterling Pelly perform. Let me just speak on the good side of Chelsea. Wow,
Chukwuemeka.
Yeah.
That's a
That
good
was my
goal.
favorite.
That's a
That
good
was-
goal.
that
The
was my-
remix. Kina Malogusto na Disasi.
Who are these niggas?
dreads and stuff.
But
But then there's somebody who said this new Chelsea team, you just see blue players playing, you don't know who's who. Hata kifunga bao, you're like, hey, but
man.
who ni nani, you know?
Yeah.
So Chelsea, Sterling for me, Sterling came through. I see akiendelea hivi, he could still get that England call up. I'll perform vizuri, the
Chukwuemeka.
that guy. I'll perform
But now he's
vizuri.
injured.
He's injured, I know, which was bad for us FPL managers. But and also if it wasn't for that penalty incident, hata nani pia bado ningemeka kwa hiyo books.
Kuda.
Kwa hiyo, nani?
Paketa.
No,
Enzo.
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 Alikuwa fiti. Chilwell 2 aliperform vizuri. Nani's replacement James anaitwaje? Gusto.
Malo Gusto, future of France. Future of France.
David Sanchez pia had some incredible saves.
Yeah.
Kuna chance fulani, was it Paketa alikuwa nao one on one na nani na save. So they've been great.
Yeah.
But now Chelsea, the upcoming fixtures, I don't think we'll see this sort of embarrassment probably in the next 4 weeks, because it's home against Luton, home against Nottingham Forest, away to Bournemouth, and then home to Aston Villa. And that's hiyo ni mpaka October.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea will shape up, they'll fix whatever it needs to be fixed, and they won't concede this embarrassingly again.
Well, they better know because they had a lot of possession. But you know what they say about having a lot of possession with no penetration? It's called masturbation. That's what. Just like just masturbating all over London Stadium. Watch you, Falaban. With all the outlay of money that you have pulled off, I mean, you need to be doing much, much better. But thank you again. We had a very good time watching you guys. Then, of course, we had these other games that are going on. We had like Liverpool up against Bournemouth. Very much expected. McAllister, the red card though.
I'm happy. Whenever Liverpool are flopping, maybe I'm happy. That McAllister red card will affect them.
There are so many red cards this
weekend. They are going to
weekend.
St. James's Park this weekend.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a clapping. The one that caught my eye though was the Brentford though. You know how they're scoring goals
Fulham.
without even
Ivan Toney, David Raya as well. God damn.
Buemo with a brace, and he scored also in the first game against Tottenham.
Let me
By the way, on Ivan Toney, there's his latest interview speaking about the 8-month ban. It's on YouTube. You guys should catch it. He speaks about how as a kid he was a Liverpool fan, but he always liked how Arsenal played football. So I don't know, in January if he's back, maybe do something.
We might just. Oh, I forgot to say, I liked how these teams like Aston Villa, West Ham and Spurs performed without their key players last season.
Yeah.
Spurs without Harry Kane, they were good and they scored goals. And
West
then
Ham
West Ham without
Rice,
Declan Rice, and they still had to go
Man City without KDB.
Yeah, Man City. Speaking of Man City, they were up against Newcastle, a game that we thought maybe would be a bit hard, considering how Newcastle started off with a bang. 1-0 win, clean in the bag.
Foden made it easy, you know.
Foden cooking again.
Ain't got time for Bukayo.
Alvarez with a banger. How did you like that?
For me, let me just relate it to FPL. Brayo, 14 million will get you Foden and Alvarez.
Exactly.
So you might as well look along that direction.
Yeah.
Man said, don't bank all your money on Haaland. Haaland will get the hat-trick versus Sheffield this weekend, but against Newcastle, what happened?
Not even an assist.
So back to now EPL. I'm seeing the same trend as it was in BVB, where he came to BVB first season or two, he's banging goals, he's scoring. Then when you look at the last 2 seasons at BVB, he was marked. And guys sort of like
Found
knew
him
how.
out.
So just seeing the same thing with him this season, and also Pierre, Man City are kind of struggling without their main players. You know,
they didn't look too good against Sevilla as well. They didn't look too good.
So I'm starting to see maybe there will be certain games where Man City will lose. I expect them to lose.
Yeah,
I expect them to lose.
I expected them to lose over the weekend, and they didn't.
Against Newcastle.
Yeah, and they didn't.
I expect them to draw though, not to get beat.
Bro, they didn't. Guy.
Yeah, but that's what's
okay. Because apart from Arsenal, Arsenal is the only team in that league table right now that can take the game to Man City.
Yeah.
But then even when you take the game to City, we saw what happened last season. Exactly.
Yeah.
So even without their key players, and they're still beating Newcastle, you know. But Newcastle are aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like City have now found out their groove in terms of how to handle these big matches. Yeah, like how they did in the Champions League final. Once you handle that, you get past that hurdle of the Champions League final, and you win it. Then I think you're good to go in big matches.
Guardiola made his debut.
Yeah, Guardiola made his debut. So yeah, City won. Who else? Aston Villa, they beat Everton.
Bouncing back, Unai Emery's boys now are good.
Weird, there was no goal from Watkins.
Bana, I shipped him off.
Na niko na FPL man, yeah, those are some of the games we played on Saturday.
Did you guys see the UEFA Player of the Year nominations?
What happened?
Messi, De Bruyne, Haaland.
Messi
Wait,
in
what?
America.
Why?
What is he doing in Europe?
Apparently, if you play 1 month of good football, you are eligible enough to
Wait,
be.
why is even Messi being nominated?
He played in a FIFA tournament. If this was FIFA the best men's award,
Maybe
Messi outrightly deserves it. Ingekuata Messi, McAllister na Emi Martinez, the whole Argentina squad wape na kina Mbappe. But the UEFA Men's Player of the Year, Rodri won the Champions League and the UEFA Nations League with Spain. Vinicius had one heck of a season with Madrid, as much as they were knocked out in the semis.
Doesn't make any sense.
Unfair to
did
nominate
nothing
Messi.
with PSG last season. Hakuna kitu alifanya na PSG.
Ama maybe iko kwa contract yake Inter Miami. No matter what, we'll just link you with him.
Just so we know, Messi won the MLS Cup. Is it League Cup? With Inter Miami. I think the first trophy ever.
It's nothing major. He won a blender. Move on, Messi.
This is for the Messi fans. Messi fan boys.
Ronaldo pia ameshinda fake World Cup juzi. Amkona kino.
Did you talk about it in the previous show?
No.
See, our 7 fan boys didn't come at you.
By the way, speaking of which, what will make you guys start to watch the Saudi league? Because now they're getting like good names over there. Neymar is already there. So what will make you guys now start to watch? Because guys are eager even to see us to talk about them.
Yeah, maybe when I see clashes like Al Nassr and Al Ittifaq or Al Ittihad.
Like the Benzema versus Ronaldo.
And also, do you guys have
highlights?
I think if Pogba goes there, I'm paying subscription.
Do you guys have a favorite team? Because of course, ni teams new.
Me, I'm inclined to support Al Ittihad. You know, ikona Benzema, Kante, and Mendy. I'm inclined to support that team. Yeah, because I.
What about you?
No, not really. Al Hilal. It's Al
Hilal, the one for Neymar.
Maybe if I was to pick a side, I have no inclination so far, by the way, just so we're clear. But if I was to pick a side, maybe I would try that one out.
For me, Al Nassr because of money. Simple.
Yeah.
I'm a Mane fan. No, Mane.
Ronaldo.
Notice
because of Anderson Talisca.
Come on, see, it's because of Mane. Notice even when Ronaldo was there last season, they never even talked about him.
Yeah. Okay.
But because Mane, Ata Angalia last season was supporting Mane at Bayern, and then that.
The whole
combat incident happened,
and
then now for him yake ilikuwa imeisha. So that's that, man.
All right.
Speaking of now, which man FPL?
Yes.
So far, how's your teams so far? Mukumundaje, do you feel like changing your team already with your wild card? What's happening?
I've seen the future.
Yeah.
I've shipped off Salah and I've put in Diaz.
Yes.
And then I've shipped off Watkins and Callum Wilson. I've put in Haaland and Awoniyi.
Awoniyi,
because Haaland, Awoniyi 2 in 2, man, 2 in 2, and maybe you just know it. So majority United, maybe he might pop one and score against United. God damn it, I don't know. But those are the transfers I've made.
Oh man, I still have
Nilikula hiyo negative phone because I can see Salah nimeona huyu jamaa anataka kuniharibia FPL. Wacha nibaki na Diaz.
Diaz are confident so far.
Yeah. I had guys like Timber, of course I had to take them out. I have Rashford. I'm thinking twice about the Mandem. I had Watkins, easier to come through for me. So yeah, kidogo I'm struggling with those guys, but still the number of points, good number of points I got in game week 1. So let's see how game week 2 and 3 shall take me.
Ni poa sana. Brian, nimesikia ukio mention about Awoni. Hapo kwa Nottingham Forest, there's this guy called Sajoré. I think that's the new Trippier for this season. You remember like Trippier who used to just get
because of the crosses
last season. He game a mission had 2 of them which led to those 2 goals. And also he plays advanced in their attacking system. So and it's cheap. I think 4.5 million or something. But I know it's
that's
cheap.
A good shout.
So that's somebody who you need to have not only because of clean sheets but also for the potential assists. Because without him, your striker doesn't get those goals.
I raise you a Stupinan as well.
Stupinan pia ni mwingine. So far that's a goal and an assist.
Boom.
And they also clean sheets. So and also it's cheap, 5.2 million I think. But there are 4 teams which I want you guys to invest in this week, from this week honestly. These are long-term assets. These are people who you can get from this week kuendelea. So one is Brentford. That 0-3 win against Fulham showed me what I needed to know. So you have Mbeumo, of course, who's their striker, penalty taker. He's also peer set pieces from time to time. You have Wisa, who you're looking, if you're one of those people who want to transfer Watkins out, we have Wisa over there. And of course, they kept a clean sheet and their defenders. Something about Brentford is, they are paid. There's a clause in the contract for set pieces.
Nice.
If they score.
Yes, for set pieces. Ben Mi alikuwa anaongea about hiyo kitu in an interview that I saw. So Pinnock is there if you want the keeper, the Flecken keeper, akosa. Number 2, Man City. Yes, I know, Man City.
Sasa tuweke nani? Hadi Pepa juu ataanzisha nani?
And I've said before, instead of buying Haaland, you can get
Alvarez
14 million gets you Alvarez and Foden. But also somebody I want you guys to consider is Kyle Walker. Because him being the captain is like he's guaranteed of game time. You know, you've mentioned Brighton.
Yes.
Brighton kuna Stupinan. Mitoma. Goal of the season. That was goal of the season over there. But if you're looking for a differential, kuna Soli Match.
Yes. I was actually going to mention Match.
Because Mitoma kiuku left, Soli Match on the right. Kuna rotation hapo mbele. That's why I'm not mentioning Joao Pedro.
Huyo hata namtoa.
So hapo. And then number 4, Arsenal midfielders.
Nada. Respect yourself, bro. Respect yourself.
So you know the Martinellis, the
Sakas, the Trossards.
So that's pretty much it. If you're looking for that quick point,
Saka peke.
Niko na Rashford hapo versus Nottingham Forest.
But there's that. Yes, all right, man. I don't think there's anything we've left. Any parting shot before we wrap up?
Mi nataka tu playing style, please. I just want a playing style. Identify my team with this style. That's all, man.
That's all, man. All right. Since me become a Arsenal fan, of course, I just want Chelsea and Man United to continue doing us the good things that they are doing for us so far. Arsenal is, of course, doing beats as always. So hakuna gori. Any parting words?
Manze, Theo Walcott, we celebrate you.
Oh, Theo.
You retired.
Oh my God.
Salute you from your Arsenal days.
Na
malumekua. Even though I feel it's too young, but still salute you.
Such a good player at Southampton, man. Such a good player.
Till next time, catch you on the next one. Adios. Yo,
Walcott. God damn.